Hi, Steve. A draw. That's the first game in 10 that doesn't end in a victory. But what do you make of this performance?
I think we were pretty much. I think if we were mediocre, be a fair shout on that. I think first off they were a better team than us. I have to look at it in terms of preparation. Lads, I asked the lads to get me a 5k in week. Christmas fell strange on. Not strange, but it fell awkward in terms of the days it fell on in terms of training days. So lads, we haven't been together for a week. Lads got me a run in just to tick a box really. So I have to have a look at that. Is that a reason? We just didn't have right intensity. We didn't win any first, we didn't win any second half. And sometimes that can just be, bounce of a ball. That can be a bit of luck. We were everywhere where ball had just been. And that can happen. That happens to good sides. What I will take from that is, though, that, good sides stay in games. They had a good plan. They're a well-managed team. I've got a lot of respect for managers here. They coach well. They've got some good players. Both wingers were fast. The first time I've seen Callum put under pressure in terms of his pace. And first half, their right-hand side, they really got at him. He's a quick kid. And it causes numerous problems. They like to get the big switch on, which they did, and they used it well. So first half, I think they edged it. As I said, they were probably hoping to go in at half time, maybe a goal up. We spoke to lads. We didn't really do much. We got Jaden a little bit higher second half and getting closer to Shay. Pitch don't help, but it don't help them. It's bobbly, it's not flat. We try and play three passes and third pass goes astray just because pitch is poor. But I'll probably get lads a get out of jail free card with that. But yeah, second half loads better. Got Jaden higher. And I think we grew into the game, and I think we understood. And Callum were loads better against their right hand side and left hand side, quieting himself down. I think Aaron at right back were exceptional all game. So yeah, just weren't meant to be. But what I would say is, I've had the pleasure of managing good players for the last sort of like 2 years, and I've managed teams, and there's been times where I would have been managing a team and would have got beat today. So I think you've got to take hats off to lads. They've got some real character in that dressing room, and they showed it today. I thought second half we were good. I dare say, opposing manager or put on is that probably the same. I think it's a fair assessment. They were better than us first half, and we were better than them second half. And Shay's hit post from 20 yard out when he's going through. And Kiani's, it's got stuck under his feet when he's just got to get a bit of connection on and he scores. So look, it is what it is. Do you always want to win week in, week out? Yeah, of course you do. First drop points in since we've come to the club in the league. 10 out of 10 would have been great, and it keeps that pressure on them in playoffs. But it's not meant to be. But we didn't lose, and we keep the unbeaten run going. We've just now stepped over halfway in terms of first half of the season. And if we can carry this form off, and I dare say we'll have a little bit of a blip, because everyone does. You look at Premier League teams have blips. So we've just got to be ready for it, and we've just got to try and accumulate as many points as possible, and that's what we'll intend to do.
You did mention that a bad performance in the second half, but couldn't find that end product. What do you think maybe contributed that for that lack of cutting edge?
Sometimes a little bit of momentum, sometimes a little bit of luck. We played Thorn a couple of weeks ago down here, and we probably didn't deserve to get the win, and you snatch it. Today, we've bombarded them, we've got balls into the box, we've had a couple of free kicks, we had a number of corners, one after other. Like I say, it's fell to Kiani, 4 or 5 yard out, but he's just got cut, just come to him, to be fair, and he's got his legs caught up, balls underneath him. Shay's gone through, he's got it right, he's got it out of feet, he's struck it with his left, he's bent it right keeper, and it's post. And sometimes it's just fractions and small percentages, and you're going to get them in season, so we're not going to overthink it. Did we look like we lacked a little bit of quality? Yeah, we did. We weren't as fluid best today. Jaden had a lesser game than he normally does, and we spoke about that at half time. But these are step 6 footballers that can play step 4, step 3. But even Premier League footballers have an off day. So look, we're not going to overthink it. We lacked a little bit of quality. Let's not take anything away from Harrogate. I thought they're a really good side, well coached, and I'm not just saying that. I think they are a good side. I don't think, I know they've got a couple of games in hand, but they're a defo top 7, 8 side, I'd have thought. So yeah, look, take your point, move on. I think a couple of sides around us have dropped points today, so you just take a point when you can.
You did mention about the team character, which makes me think about last week's game when you won with being 10 men. What does that show about that mentality of the team, going 10 men and winning the game 1-0 last week?
Yeah, I mean, look, you try and, as a manager, you try and create scenarios with players, and you know, in terms of like why we're here, what we're going to do every week, and different messages. But you know, fundamentally, we set it up as though we were behind the 8 ball. I think we were 20 odd, nearly 30 points away from Albury when we first came in. I think we've got that down to less than 10, I think. And if we've got Albury on Saturday, which will be a massive game for both clubs. And if we can get, that down to, 2-3 points, that's massive for us. But that's from the character at lads. Look, we've brought good lads into the club. We've kept good lads at the club that were here previously under previous management. You know, there's not a dressing room I'd rather manage in league, and that's not just bigging lads up. 1 to 16, 1 to 18. I think we've got best squad in league. Proof will be in pudding. We're on a good run. But that's down to character, will to win, not being precious. People like Jaden, want to get on ball constantly. But when pitches are like that and weather's like that, you've got to hit channels and you've got to play on seconds. So, and they're doing that, and that's massive. So when you can get players putting the club before themselves, you've got half a chance, and that's what lads are doing, and that's why we've got half a chance.
Well, what do you think of Shay Bodle as a goalkeeper?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously last week, thank God he didn't have to go in this week. But I spoke to Decker when we brought him in, and look, we don't carry a second keeper. I know, I've known of Shay for a number of years now, and I know he used to play at a good level at Rotherham United as a goalkeeper. He's played up to under 16s, I think, in the academy at Rotherham. So, when you're looking at bringing people in, when you've got people who can be, you can have them playing as a number 9 and one of the best number 9s, if not best number 9 in league, and then you can also throw him at nets when your goalkeeper gets sent off, then it's just another string to your bow. So, yeah, we made up, he did well last week. And what I like again about not being precious, he was the first one to put his hands up, say, Bodle, I'll go in. I was looking round and people were saying, Seb Lucy can go in nets, and, he turned down a bigger expenses package in terms of just a one-off because he got offered a goal bonus, and he said, no, I'll take that, and I want a goal bonus because he backs himself. So he's making decisions financially that would have been better for him to stay in number 9 slot, but he wanted to help the team, so he went in there, and I thought he was outstanding. And it's nice to know that we don't have to carry a goalkeeper week in, week out on bench and use up some budget when I've got a number 9 that can also drop in as goalkeeper when needed. So yeah, top man, and he's a good goalkeeper, but he's a better number 9.
Well, that is 10 games in a row unbeaten. You've had quite a successful 2024, getting promoted with Shrybrook and losing only 2 games. How do you look back at 2024 and how do you look forward to 2025?
It's been a good year, 2024, in terms of I've been well backed. Got well backed at Shrybrook, got well backed at Clay Cross beginning of the year. Got beat twice, I think, in calendar year to Parkgate, I think, last game of season, and oddly first game of season were Clay Cross at Stapleford. So yeah, I mean, look, any management team, and that's me and Lee, we've been in it for last year together through thick and thin, really. And look, like everyone throws it about, good budgets, and we have had good budgets, and we've been able to manage good players, and players win games of football, and that's it. And you just try and just keep an even keel and be well set up. But yeah, we've had a good 2024. Obviously Shrybrook got promoted, and then obviously we did well at Clay Cross and got on towards top at league with a couple of games in hand, and then obviously coming here, and this is first points we've dropped in league. So yeah, however many games it is, I don't know, what will it be? I don't know, 40, 50 games, and to only lose two games is fair. And if I'm probably looking for a little bit of stick, but one were a dead rubber against Parkgate when they rested and we rested, because we got Wakefield in playoff final, and they got Emily, I think, in cup final week after. So yeah, I'd probably say it just once, but a couple of lads will give me a bit of stick on Twitter. But yeah, no, it's a good year, and if I can replicate, or me and Lee can replicate, and then players can replicate that sort of form where we went 20 unbeaten, 23 unbeaten, 24 unbeaten, wherever it were last year at Shrybrook towards the end of the season, we stand a good chance of being successful at Wakefield. And that's why I'm here, and that's why Lee's here, and that's why Decker invests, and that's why 480 fans turned up today. So it shows you the commitment of fans. So everyone's on the same page. Good, consistent messages, and when you're well backed and you're well supported, and it gives you off a fighting chance, and that's what we've had. So yeah, no, 2024 has been good.
So like looking at that, like only losing 2 games in an entire calendar year must give you the confidence to look over this game, and you know what, I'll go look forward to the next game and make sure we win. Yeah.
I mean, look, we don't imagine going away. We don't imagine going on a 10-game run, but things can happen. Touching some wood. But look, we're well set up. We think we understand what works at this level. We've got a good core group of players. We've got a good 18. We're well supported, so if people get injured, we'd have to go back into seeing who's available. But yeah, I mean, we're confident of going on another run. We did it at Sharborough, did it at Clay Cross, and I see no reason why we can't do it at Wakefield. You know, players win games, that's it, and we've got good players. So yeah, hopefully 2025 will be decent, and at least first 6 months of it hopefully will be, and we can get promotion through playoffs or getting up that top spot. But we've got a shout at that. So yeah, no, it's been decent, and we plan on continuing to be successful.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.